Welcome into the program. Thank you guys for checking us out as usual. My name is Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us here on the show today. You guys are awesome. Keep telling you that. It's cool that you guys come hang out with us every day here as we do the show. The stuff we're going to get into today is stuff that happened last night. Yep, we're going to talk about that last night. We'll get into that. There's obviously we have the week ahead. I watched the Connor Stallions documentary. What a what a what a bunch of horseshit all of that is. I want to give you guys an opportunity to get in here though, if you would like. Put the link over here as usual. Good to see Harry joining the program. Thank you, Harry. All right, so let's get started. First things first. Could you be any more simple? That's what I have on my notes. So last night, Western Carolina and NC State had a close game for a half. NC State ends up winning the game by 17 points. What do I see on my feed at the half, though? My little Twitter feed, X feed, whatever the hell you want to call it. You wonder why I laugh at you SEC simpletons. And that's what you are. If you run around talking about my conference has the biggest dick, you are a fucking eunuch. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Obviously, they probably don't teach you those terms at SEC schools. But basically, a eunuch was a slave back in the day, and a slave that would take care of the queen. But to make sure that she wouldn't fuck the queen, they cut the slave's dick off, is basically what it boils down to. So these eunuchs could take care of the queen, but not fuck the queen. It's essentially where the term eunuch comes from. You're a eunuch if you were posting last night, NC State is shit, or NC State is this or that. First of all, I don't give a shit if NC State wins every damn game they play. But I have to educate you folks on something here. Football is a game that is played in quarters. There are 4 quarters in a game. So before you take to Twitter and put out there, oh my God, this is an ACC team. Look at what Western Carolina is doing, because you can't think for your fucking selves. Wait until the goddamn game is over. Let's try that. NC State wins by 17 points. And, oh, by the way, let's make sure that you go back to Twitter and you delete those tweets, unless you're okay with looking stupid. That's fine. But anyway, oh, that was hilarious last night. I actually got 2 text messages about it. Oh, NC State's going to lose. No, they're not. I literally wrote that back to them. No, they're not. No, they're not. Sorry. By the way, I pulled the final stats for that game. They outgained Western Carolina by almost 300 yards. Their one running back had more rushing yards than the whole other team. But yeah, let's just ride SEC dick, because that's easy. That's the easy thing to do. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
What's up, Rob? How are you doing?
Hey, man. How are you? What's going on?
So you're still on your stump over NC State? I told you last time we talked that they weren't that good.
Okay.
And by the way, they were losing into the 4th quarter.
They won by 17 points.
What's that?
What is the joy? What is the point of the game? Is to score points, right? They won by 17 points.
Well, yeah, obviously
Okay.
the outcome of the game,
All right.
the outcome of the game benefited them, but you can still analyze a game.
One by
team has,
17
hold on,
points,
you can still look and see a team has problems. They have problems. They're well, okay. So tell me, so since you're riding NC State's dick,
I'm not right. No, wait a minute. See, you missed it, sir.
What
This
are
is
they
an issue.
Here? No,
Oh
tell me how good they are. Tell me where they should be.
Oh my God! Will you let me finish, sir? This is not just about NC State. This is about people that literally watch 18 seconds of a game and they're like, "Oh my God, that team sucks," and then they're tweeting about it and acting stupid. That's the gist of the conversation.
But we're coming off of a week where Florida State just looked like crap, and they were supposed to be what, your number 2 team? I mean, honestly,
define. Hold on. No. We're not going that route. Define what you mean by my number 2 team. I want them to lose every fucking game they play. I don't ride their dick because I have to validate what my team does. All right? I have one team that I support, not fucking 12 other ones. All right? So let's make sure that you said your comment, though, was that was supposed to be yours. They're not mine. I am not a simpleton that thinks that my whatever teams that we play, I have to have that to validate my team. I don't. My team's a top 15 team.
Okay.
Regardless of the schedule that we play.
The team's a top 15 team.
Right. They are. They absolutely are. Yeah, and the angle is this and the angle is that. Whatever it is you need to tell yourself, sir. Whatever you got to do to validate whatever you've got. Under your logic, what you should be saying, let me help you. What you should be saying is, we are playing a great Clemson team, probably the best team we'll have on the schedule. All right, well, here's what I'll do. I'll mute my mic. You talk. When you finish, let me know, okay? I'm going to play some Minesweeper while you put out nonsense.
Okay. So the whole point of them, the whole point of SEC fans contacting you and saying that is because they're saying that your conference isn't up to snuff, which it isn't, quite frankly. That's the crux of their argument. And you're coming off of a week where your top-ranked team just lost to Georgia Tech, who is okay, but they're not blowing anyone's mind. They're going to finish 7-5 or 8-4. So now you have Clemson coming in playing Georgia tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But NC State, who I've heard off season the entire time.
All right, I didn't cut his mic, so I don't know what happened to him there. I don't know what happened to him there. I literally was playing Minesweeper. Biscuit, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I didn't cut your mic. Make sure you let people know that.
Okay. I don't know where I was at.
I don't know what happened. I didn't cut your mic.
So let me say this.
I'm going back to Minesweeper though, so go ahead and.
Yeah, you can go back to Minesweeper, so you don't have to address the actual meat of the argument. Go ahead. So, SEC fans are reacting to the fact that fans in the offseason have been declaring NC State your big power team just beyond Clemson and Florida State. Been saying it all offseason, right? So when they came in and looked like booty last night, and they have problems, man. They're not that good. And I told you that last week when I called in. They're ranked 19th, 22.
Once again, I did not cut his microphone. I don't know what happened to him there. Biscuit, there's something wrong.
Yeah,
like I'm
sorry,
not. I'm not cutting. Just please let these people know I'm not cutting your microphone, so they'll think I'm just editing you because I'm not.
No,
your microphone is dropping. It has nothing to do with me. But anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know where I got to again. I don't know if I'm telling the same story again. I don't know how far. Basically, NC State is the crap that we all thought they were. And it will prove out, and they might win some games in the ACC, but that's what people are attacking you about. Conferences, regardless of whether you want to call it a conference, it's a grouping of teams that you play. And you're not as challenged as teams are in the SEC. Sorry, not all conferences are created equal. Apologies for that, for SEC fans saying that. And so when you compare a 10-2 from the SEC versus a 10-2 from the ACC, generally, I'm not saying all schedules, but generally, 10-2 in the SEC is better. That's what I wanted to say. So So go ahead and come back. I don't know what everybody heard from the beginning or the end or the whatever. You can finish your Minesweeper.
Well, I'm down to like 4 mines, man.
All right. Well,
no, I'm being serious. I'm down to like fuck it.
Okay.
I just blew it. Sorry, but I want to make sure that I gave you an opportunity to speak. Did you get all of your SEC talking points out there?
You always, yeah, but you say that, and you know what that is? That's a deflection. That's a complete deflection.
It's not a deflection. It's
what
not
we're
a
talking about is, look, our groups
go
of
back
teams.
to the
I've had this
Minesweeper.
conversation with you before, which is you should, regardless, that result for Florida State wasn't good for you because they were the highest outside of Georgia. What, aren't they the highest ranked team on your schedule? You should want those teams to do well, so when you play them and beat them, you get more credibility. Forget whether they're in your conference or not. It doesn't matter. If they're on your out of conference schedule too, cool. If Georgia beats Clemson tomorrow, I want Clemson to win the ACC because it gives them credibility. So it really isn't a conference argument. It's a logical argument for what the state of college football is right now. It makes sense to pull for your opponents after you beat them because it gives you credibility. Yeah?
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate it. There you go. Biscuit with his comment there. I gave him plenty of time to talk. Now we'll come back to actual. I'll pull away from my Minesweeper. I love playing Minesweeper, by the way. It's very simple, but I like it. So the adage that you're in an SEC, you're in the SEC, and your schedule always is going to be better. I mean, I pull up a team from last year that played in a New Year's Six Bowl. Their schedule goes Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, UMass, Auburn, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. Yeah. You're in the SEC for the schedule. Whee! Boy, that sure looks fucking hard. Other than the Alabama matchup and maybe Oklahoma, the rest of their schedule is terrible. But, you know, whatever it is you guys have to tell yourselves. The way that it should be is my team is good. It does not matter who we match up with because my team is good. I have a good coach. I have good players. Not we have to play this and we have to play that and we have to get our pussies waxed. No, it's simple. Do you have a good team or not? That's what it should be. But we have this whole thing about we have to play this and we have to go there. And oh, I don't want to hear that shit. Don't want to hear it. Not in the mood to hear it at all. You prove you're a good team. That's a good question, Biscuit. You prove you're a good team by going to the college football playoff and blowing out teams. Sort of like Clemson has done in the college football playoffs. That's how you know you're a good team. You prove that you're a good team when you go to the college football playoff and you beat an Ohio State team that's racked with talent like Georgia did. That's how you prove you're a good team. Not because, well, our team over here that we played they were in the conference and they were better. That is a pussy mentality. I am sorry. That is an absolutely pussy mentality. We play in this conference, so you have to respect us because we play in this conference. How about I've got motherfuckers over here that will knock your motherfuckers out? That's what I've got. That's what I've got. I don't have to fucking sit here and, oh, well, we've had this that happened and we play in this conference. No. I got motherfuckers that knock people out. That's what gets you into the playoff. Not some pussy fucking, oh, we're all together over here and we're playing this. Nah, none of that. None of that. And before you come in with schedules, go look at Missouri's schedule. Tell me how great that fucking is. How any fucking team in the world could roll through that if you've got a halfway decent team and you're going to win 8 or 9 games. But please, just continue to live in the land of the silly. Some of y'all are smart, and then you say stuff like this, and then it's like, I'm like, God damn it, just whatever. We'll move on to something else because I'm not going to educate you anymore on that. You're just going to continue to be stupid, and I can't help you. Can't help you. I do want to talk about the Colorado matchup last night, which the other thing that was in my feed was this was this morning. I think that Colorado is paying people to put stuff out on social media because from 5 different people that I've never met before in my life, okay, there are people that are on social media world, okay, but I've seen the same 5 tweets on X or whatever the fuck they call it now. How are you Shedeur Sanders haters doing this morning? And then his stat line. That was the tweet. Nothing else. Someone at Colorado is, or maybe Shedeur Sanders is doing it. I don't know. But 5 different people were putting out the same tweet over and over and over again. And it was really. Now, here's what I saw last night. He was playing against North Dakota State, which is at a division level below the level that he's at. That's what have you. You would expect him to put up numbers against those guys because they don't have. I mean, these are the kids that aren't athletically gifted enough to be Division I football players. Is that fair? So, of course, he's going to go out there and throw for, what were the total stats? I read the stats earlier. Hold on. Anyway, it was like almost 500 yards that he threw for. But he does that. And you're thinking, man, they throw for 500 yards against this team. They're going to win by a lot, right? Nah, not so much. Not so much. They hold on to win 31-26, 445 yards and 4 touchdowns. Biscuit with a good point. Absolutely, Biscuit. Smartest thing you said today. If Clemson beats Georgia tomorrow, it'll be just one win like any other. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, that's exactly right. There will be more people that are talking about, maybe Dabo Sweeney's correct and all that with the transfer portal thing. But in the end, it comes down to, yes, you beat Georgia. Can you beat App State next week? It's exactly what it comes down to. I can't judge your tone by your text over there, buddy. Sorry. Seriously. It doesn't, just the way that it is. Only game that matters truly is your last game and do you win a title. So there's that. But anyway, back to the stuff with with Colorado. They had an opportunity to pull the game away, or put the game away. But with a minute 41 left, all they needed were a couple of runs to run down the clock. Sanders tried to connect deep with LaJohntay Webster, underthrew the pass, and it wound up incomplete to stop the clock. Now, according to his dad, this is the quote from his dad. Shedeur is such a good kid. Sometimes it costs him. That's his character. I'm like, come on, dog. Not right now. It's not time to be the good guy right now. It's time to put this game away. Now, look, if we were in a land where we could talk about how we thought Deion Sanders was really trying to take care of Colorado and the players and everything else, okay, if we lived in that vacuum, which I've never lived in that vacuum, but if you lived in that vacuum, you have to take that statement there and say, fuck this vacuum. How do you talk? First of all, you think his kid has any respect for him at all? He's running around calling his kid dog and everything else? Come on, man. But in addition to that, he should have kicked his kid's ass right there on the field. You're not going to run the ball after this dogfight we've been with against a championship team across the way? You're not going to run the running plays we gave you? You're going to just throw the ball because, hey, it'll be cute to try to get my friend a touchdown. Yeah, you want to do that? Should have kicked the shit out of his kid right there on the field. Because in addition to not doing what you were told as a player, I'm also your dad, and I'm telling you to run the shit that we told you. And you're just being a fucko and doing whatever the hell you want. Ridiculous. If Colorado wins 5 games this year, I would be stunned. I don't even know what the line is next week. They play Colorado State. I'm taking Colorado State. I don't give a shit how many yards you throw for. What was it? Here's the other thing, too. We have to treat Deion Sanders with 2 facts here. He has got 2 of the best players in the country on his team. Travis Hunter is going to be an absolute beast in the NFL. I think he's going to play one position, but I think he's an absolute beast. And Shedor's going to be a top 30 draft pick. He's got 2 of the best players in the country, and they're fucking terrible. They are terrible. Oh, and shout out to his other kid, Shiloh, who had a blatant late hit against a North Dakota State player. Just Bush League bullshit. Bush League bullshit. So, there's that. Let's go with Daniel joining the program. Daniel, what's up?
What's up, Rob? Yeah,
Hello.
that Colorado, listen, Travis Hunter is fucking awesome. He is a fucking awesome player. Shedor's pretty good, too. But that, oh my God, dude, I cannot cheer for that fucking team.
We have to treat Deion Sanders with, why is it that you have 2 of the best players in the country, but your team's a shithole?
Yeah, and
how does that happen?
Well, you know how it happened. It was what was it when he got there?
No, I can tell you how it happened. Nobody else out there wants to go with this and all, but he is a race pimp. Yep. Write that down. Take a picture, and if you want to call me out for it, I don't give a shit. I know where my heart's at. I know that I have 0 problem with anyone, but he is a race pimp. He uses the fact that he is a black man to recruit black players to come play for him in the middle of nowhere. And he puts out all this stuff about, we want you to be great people and all that. In reality, he doesn't give a shit. He's even said it with the whole Louis Vuitton bit and all of that. He is a race pimp, and I stand behind that. He is the pimp in the form of, he takes these players and makes them his whores. Because with his own sons. With his own sons. And Travis Hunter could play anywhere. Please don't tell me that you would not want that kid on your team playing right now. The only mistake that fool has ever made, and I say fool because you're a fool if you go play for Sanders, is committing to Sanders in the first place. Other than that, his parents need the shit kicked out of them. How do you let that happen? Can't you see what he's doing to your kid? I mean, come on. That's just stupid. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Travis Hunter won him the game. That last touchdown he caught was absolutely absurd. Like, there's a handful of kids in college football that can make that play. And but I mean, that revamped defense they kept talking about on TV, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, dude. They're awful. Fucking terrible. They can't run the ball either. No. Like they can't. And that was on North Dakota State. And yes, North Dakota State's a great FCS team, but if you can't run the ball on them, you're not running the ball on anybody you play the rest of the year. So
let me address a couple of things here from Jackpot. He says if he was WWF back in the day, Deion would be the doctor of style. Slick. That is true. He also says Shiloh Sanders lost his job at Carolina to J.C. Horn. That's because J.C. Horn's fucking better, and Jackpot knows that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. J.C. Horn's in the fucking league. He's great. Jackpot hitting us with facts today. Way to go, Jackpot. Sling them chips, brother. Jackpot's out there working today, y'all.
And also the NC State game. We play them next week. I just thought Grayson McCall looked like he wasn't seeing the field well, especially in the first half. I don't know if it was nerves, maybe because it was his first game with NC State, but he wasn't seeing the field well, and NC State was getting run up and down on defense. It was really, really bad, but it's their first game, so they turned it around in the second half. Should have won, obviously, by a lot more against a team like that, but I think Tennessee, which I'm going to the game tomorrow, but they should obviously just dispatch of Chattanooga pretty quickly. If they don't, then it's an issue. Just like Western Carolina, if you don't beat a team like that from the start bad, I think you've got some issues. I think Tennessee will honestly expose NC State in week 2, but that's just my opinion. We'll see.
All right. Well, you stay safe out there. Enjoy the game, sir.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right. There you go. The link to join the show is right here. If you would like to join, have at it. Billy says, I was worried about NC State until last night. Billy, you should know better than that. I'm not saying NC State's going to be good, but you're going to throw one performance and that team is fucked for the rest of the year? Okay. Pegan Began joins us. What's up, brother?
Rob, I know you're.
Oh, hold on. Is it true that you made Shane Matthews cry on his own show?
I got maybe 1.5 words out, and you started talking over me. So that's what I was.
I just was wondering if you made him cry, sir. I was asking what happened there.
That time it was 5, maybe 5, 6 words. Will you promise me you'll give me just a couple of seconds before you either start talking over me or supposedly playing some stupid Minesweep game, which
I love Minesweeper.
All that does. Here's the thing. I called you because I'm not going to let you get away with what you just did to Biscuit, because I've heard it time and time and time again.
Sure.
What happens is you frame this argument, you set this narrative. When Biscuit comes in, absolutely lowering the boom, facts that the SEC is the big swinging dick in the room, and you have penis envy. That's what it boils down to. Now, what you do is you say things like, "Oh, okay, guess what? I'll let you have X amount of time. I'll just go on my little video game, whatever the hell you got going on there," and it sets this narrative of no matter what this guy says, he's an idiot. I'm basically just totally ignoring him. Oh, tell me when you're done, sir, when reality can come back in the room. Sure. That's the narrative you set by doing that. And the reason is he spins circles around you with that argument. And you know it. And that's why you can't stand it. Yes, he absolutely, the whole chat thinks so. Anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together knows it. And here's the thing.
Look, ask me if I give a shit if the chat agrees with me or not. Ask me that question. Okay.
Rob, can I have a second? Can I have a second?
I've been letting you run your dick sucker for fucking minutes here, man. What's going on? Go ahead. You got something you want to say? Go ahead.
Listen, he was absolutely right. And then you go out and you choose the one anomaly of an SEC schedule. You choose Missouri. You very carefully chose Missouri. You didn't just throw darts at a board. You very carefully chose Missouri, obviously. And by the way, that schedule is still stronger than 90% of the ACC schedules out there.
Sure.
It's not that we're running around beating this SEC drum. He made the point. By the end of the year, we're telling you that a 10-2 record in the SEC is on a typical year totally different than a 10-2 record in the SEC. That is just the way it is. Don't get mad at Biscuit about that. Don't get mad at me about that. Well, you sure seem like it. You basically you had
Biscuit. Do you think I'm mad at you, Biscuit? Come on,
it's not
Biscuit.
that. It's
I don't think that Biscuit gives a shit what I think.
It's the snide, sarcastic way you frame an argument when someone is running circles around you. That's what gets to me. He absolutely.
Kentucky Blue Balls channel says, "Do you care what the chat thinks?" No. Thank you, Big Barty Ross.
Of course, you're going to say that right now. Of course.
What?
I tell you what. Now we'll move on. Now that I've said my piece, and amazingly, you let me get that out somehow. Usually, when someone's making sense, you just drown them out. Hey,
Mhm.
any chance that Clemson is going to wear those purple pajama bottoms they like to wear for
Well,
games on TV?
only a disgusting individual like you would make fun of the military appreciation uniforms. I understand you don't like America. You should move to Canada. That's the
Yeah,
way
that
that
one.
it is. No, no, no. That's why they wear the purple uniforms. Maybe before you call in. See, you're not dealing with some dipshit fucking Florida quarterback here. You're dealing with somebody who actually has read some things. They are military appreciation uniforms. If you're shitting on them, in my mind, you're shitting on the military. Would you like to go to Canada or Mexico? Which way, sir? You're the reason Trump wanted to build a wall for assholes like you. Get on the other side. It's just the
Yeah,
way that it is.
you're not reaching at all there, are you? When one
I'm
team
not
makes fun.
reaching at all. I am
Okay,
not reaching at
so
all. That is
when
what those uniforms are for, is to honor the fallen military folks.
yeah,
But go ahead and shit on them, sir. We know
so
where your head's at. Go ahead.
when a fan of a rival teams makes fun of,
I'll just start playing the Russian national anthem for you. We can do
how
that.
about you just shut the fuck up for a second? Just give me a
Are you
second.
getting
When a
upset? Are
when
you
a
getting
fan
upset?
when a fan of a
Oh,
rival
he's mad
team
now. He's mad
makes
now.
fun
That's
of
great.
purple pants, obviously he's a Nazi. He wants a wall built. That's not a stretch at all. That's a
Why not? Sure.
brilliant analysis by you, Rob. Brilliant. Clearly, I'm
Yep.
anti-military when I make fun of Clemson.
You're anti-military if you're making fun of those uniforms.
Purple pants? Come on.
They are for military appreciation. I have to educate you. I
Really?
know that
So
it
I'll tell you
hurts.
what, give me a list of what I can make fun of without being
You can make fun of
anti-American.
anything. You, as far as Clemson goes, our mascot looks like it's on crack. Our
Okay.
mascot looks like he's had so much crack that he's at the very end of like an 8-day bender. Dabo Sweeney has baptism pools at the end of summer workouts. What else do you want to go with? I mean, there's plenty of shit you can make fun of Clemson about. The
Really?
average BMI for the women there is absurd. Have fun with that.
Hey,
We can go right on down the line, brother. There's plenty of shit. We're fucking Auburn with a lake. You can go with that. What else do you want? Deshaun Watson likes strip people to stick fingers up his butthole. He paid for that on Instagram. You can go with that. All of that's great. I mean, I can give you plenty of shit to mock Clemson about. I mean, plenty of things. Absolutely plenty of things to mock Clemson about. You should get with Jackpot. He's got some good stuff too. But I mean, there's tons and tons of things to mock Clemson about.
notice what I did there, Rob? How I
Yeah,
gave you time to speak without talking over
sure.
you. That was pretty cool,
Mhm.
wasn't it? Hey,
Yep.
tell me the history of The Rock so that when I do make fun of it, I'm not offending some disability, some race group, something like that. Give me the history real quick so I'll know if I'm allowed to make fun of
You
85
you can.
scholarship players coming out
Well,
and
I'm
rubbing
not.
on a damn pebble
I'm.
on their way out down that ridiculous fucking hill
I
with Dabo
I
leading the
understand
way.
that you don't
That big
appreciate
toucan
that.
Sam nose he's got mounted between those lifeless eyes. That
Chats are
fetal.
overrated. Very good. I'm sorry. I'm reading the super chats here, and I make
Yeah,
fun of the
you're
title
just
page.
talking over me.
No, I'm not. I was letting you talk. I'm just reading the super chat, sir. That's all. Anyway, the history of the Rock. Oh, he just left. I can't believe Peg and Megan just left. I didn't think I could get Peg and Megan mad. Poor Peg and Megan. You can't mock people anymore. They get upset. Bless hearts. Anyway, getting back to what I was finishing up about the Colorado thing, we have to hold Deion Sanders accountable. He's got two of the best players in the country, and they're going to win 5 games. It's just the way that it is. Just the way that it is. And I wonder how long he's going to be there. So we'll see how that goes with them. Anyway, as I was showing, I really was playing Minesweeper. I love some Minesweeper. So there you go with that. Yes, I'm playing the easy version because I'm not very smart. I love Minesweeper though. But anyway, if you want to join the program, have at it. I will put the link over here. Nick says until his kids graduate. That's fair. Jay wants to know if the Jack Shack is booked up for tomorrow night. Brother, I don't know. I don't know. That's a very interesting question, to say the least. I can't help you with that. Vin says Colorado looked up, and that quarterback can throw 4 yards further. NTSU wins the game, and Dion hits the portal as soon as Shedeur is in the draft. Yeah, well, okay then. What else we got? TK says that's the circle jerk rock. Georgia Reload says, Jesus, it's not even week 1. I wonder if Peggy Megan's just upset about the game tomorrow. Maybe his Bulldogs don't get challenged every week, so they normally don't play anyone worth a shit in week 1. Maybe that's what's bugging him. Who knows? Anyway, if you'd like to join the program, have at it. There's the link. I think I put it up there. So I mentioned that game there tonight. Let's run through the games really quick for tonight. I'll get rid of my Minesweeper here. So let's go to Paul. Paul, welcome to the program.
Rob, how are you doing today?
Hi. I'm checking out Marla over here. Let me make sure that Marla understands something. He said these stupid people keep going at Rob just because he's a Clemson fan. That's not going to change. Leave him alone. Get a life. Bless your heart, Marla. Look, the majority of these fools over here in this chat, they're all good people. So Peg and Megan's probably pissed at me right now, but that's okay. He'll get over it. Biscuit, I'm sure, is upset. No, Biscuit's not upset. I've said far worse, by the way. And I do get checked a little bit by just about everybody. It's okay. It's okay. I'm cool with it. Anyway, Paul, what do you got?
Yeah, so we're talking about Deion Sanders, hitting the portal after he leaves Colorado. I definitely see that being a real, realistic. But, after what he's done, I don't know any school that would want to take him on,
Well, I mean, where else would he go? Who else wants that kind of fucking the shit show that comes along with him?
Exactly. Yeah, the way that he was selling it to, Colorado originally was, he's won everywhere else, whether he was in high school or at Jackson State. He's turned that program around, and I don't really think he's going to be able to turn that Colorado program around to the level he thinks. Obviously, going from 1 wins to what they win 4 wins last year, that's not bad, but I mean, I don't really see where he'd be able to go out and sell that to someone else, along with all of the negative drama and media attention that he gets from being himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to go on that, man. I mean, he brings the drama. We'll give him that. He's going to get people watching. The stadium was full last night, so whereas before it wasn't.
True, and I mean, as much as I dislike Deion Sanders, I'm going to be forced to tune in just because Shedeur and Travis. I mean, even that touchdown that Jimmy Horn ran in, that was I like watching that. So I mean, I'm going to have to tune in sometime this year. I think next week they play Colorado State, and that was a real good game last year. It went down to the wire at about 1 a.m. Eastern. So, I mean, I'd be looking forward to hopefully a similar, close game like they had last year.
Well, I'm still in the camp of Deion Sanders is a race pimp.
Oh,
so,
I agree.
And if people want to call me out on that, fine. That's just the way that I see it. There's a hint of everything with him is about being just I don't know what the term I want to use here is, but he's just a foul human being. He really is. So But yeah, but it's a car wreck though. People want to watch a car wreck. So, all right, if you got picks for tomorrow, what you got?
Well, I'll be at the Gamecocks game tomorrow, so we're taking the Cox to. I think I don't know what the spread is, but we're taking the Gamecocks in the points. Give me Florida over Miami. I'm trying to think what else. What else is? I know West Virginia and Penn State. I took West Virginia. What else? What other games are going on tomorrow?
Well, those are the ones you care about. That's all that matters. I mean, the big one, of course, for you is South Carolina tomorrow. I think, first of all, I want to tell you what, you Gamecock fans tomorrow going to that game and sitting down in that heat.
I was already thinking about it
fucketh
today.
that. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw some spacers in between my Miller Lights tomorrow on tailgating. I need to make it through at least like the third quarter of that game.
Why the third quarter? That game should be over at the half, right?
Well, I like the little motivational video they show going into the fourth quarter. I'm a big I like going to the games and like I love the South Carolina band and like all the the videos they play before the game. That to me is almost better than the actual game, just because I mean it's not better than the game, but it's that makes the game so much better in my opinion.
So you enjoy the pageantry of it, okay?
Oh yeah, like the band. I'm about to turn on some Carolina band music after your show, and just get amped up. Maybe listen to some Sandstorm and whatnot. So.
Well, it feels like it's 103 degrees out there right now, and I'm looking to see at 7 o'clock. It's still going to be 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So, Gamecock fans, tomorrow kickoff. They shitted you, by the way, because you've got that 4:15 kickoff. So 4:15 tomorrow is, let's see here. Yeah, game time temperature is 92 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be bad. I'm sitting on the away side, so I better bring my sunglasses because the sun's going to be in my face the entire game.
Yeah, you don't need to have all that. That's not good.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy the game tomorrow, man. We appreciate it.
Right.
I want to try to do something new here. If you guys go to a game or whatever it is that you're doing tomorrow, however you're watching your game, tweet your pictures to us because I want to put them all together and make like a yearbook of the year. So if you have something, tweet them at Rob Sounds Good. However, send them, post them on the Facebook page, whatever. I want to put together like a little yearbook of a whole year. And we'll see who sticks around the longest. Some of you will for all of it, but then I think there's gonna be some people that once their team is fucked by the middle of October, they're gonna be gone. But we'll see.
Oh, well,
all right, man, appreciate it.
I'll look out for my picks. All right, and thanks for having me today, and you have a good weekend. All right.
All right, there you go. Biscuit says, Rob, if you're not an ACC fan, why do you need to defend NC State? It's not just NC State. NC State was who I got ramrodded with last night. I mean, they won by 17 points. And it's always the SEC simpletons that are sending me messages. Well, this team, this Blake sucks. Look how this team got a field goal in the third quarter or in the first quarter. They're leading 3-0, and then that team loses 52-3. But I still have the text from people. Oh, the whole thing's gone to shit. That's the gist of it, sir. That's the gist of it. Jay says, Rob, you want a scoreboard pick? If that's the way you want to go, you want to send that tomorrow? That's fine. I'll post all of it. Pagan Megan says, Biscuit, I agree. If you called in bashing the SEC, Rob would shut the hell up and let you speak. Look, if you want to sit here and have your love affair for the conference, once again, I mean that's not a problem. Whatever it is you need to do, I will be happy to let you do your thing. It's not a problem. If you want to call up and talk about all the great things the SEC's done for you, I'll be happy to listen. because I care. I mean, I do. I really, really care. So there's that. Anyway, I don't pay for the premium. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. Oh, anyway. I don't know. I think NC State's going to be better. They were a pretty good team last year. So, yeah, I am a man of the people. My Minesweeper's not working. It bugs me. Anyway, if you'd like to join the show, you want to talk about that? Oh, we got to go over tonight's games. I forgot that. Bring up those games really quick here. Are there good games tonight? Not really. I think the best one is like there was a reason to watch last night with Colorado because man, there were a lot of people that were hoping that Colorado would drop that game, but they didn't. So Friday games. Here we go. The only ranked opponent playing tonight is Oklahoma. They are playing Temple. Lehigh and Army. Army's going to win that one huge. Florida Atlantic and Michigan State. Michigan State's a 13-point favorite. Elon and Duke. Ugh. Western Michigan and Wisconsin. Money line upset pick of the night. Jackpot says Elon over Duke. And he's got Stanford over TC Doo. Which one are you more confident in, Jackpot? The Stanford pick or the Elon pick? I don't know about all that. So North Carolina lost their quarterback too, by the way. That sucks at this time of the year. Drop your quarterback this early in the season. So what a mess. Oh, the Stanford pick. I thought you were just bullshitting about the Elon pick. You must. Jackpot, are you betting that? That's the good question. Are you betting that? Would you throw what? Would you throw a $10 back? I don't know. I just thought that you'd be throwing out the Stanford pick. I don't remember the Elon pick. You're gonna bet Elon to cover the spread. Oh, I thought you were gonna bet them on the money line. Tickets are as low as $11. I may bet $11 on Elon on the money line. I'm gonna do that right now just for Jackpot. If I win Jackpot, I will send you half the winnings. Let's see. Let's see if they'll even have. Let's see if my guy even has the what the line is. if you can bet, because Duke is a 24-point favorite. Let's see if they have it here. Hold on. They probably don't. But if they did. Imagine beating Duke and opening up a season by beating Clemson home, and then come around the next season and losing at home to Elon. Oof. That must be under the other. For some reason, they have like an other feature here. I don't understand that. Extra. They call it the extra. Yeah, they've got Duke favored by 22.5, and you cannot. There's no money line bet. I will bet $11 on the Phoenix in honor of Jackpot here. There you go. On the I'm getting 22.5. Since they cover the spread against Wake Forest. Cool. Cat that Trip says you should change the name of your show to Tiger. God damn. Anyway. Georgia, I'm trolling for fun, but drop that camera. Someone texted me about the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge, asking me if I got their pick for the week. So here's the thing with that. If you submitted it and you submitted your email address correctly, you should get a form back. But let's see here. Like, I could post the spreadsheet with everybody's picks and all that with it, but I don't want to post everybody's email address and all that nonsense and then what they picked. That's not cool. So I have to check these, but generally, as long as you put your name in there, it should be good to go. Anyway, so there's that. So tonight, I kind of like that one. I kind of like Temple minus plus 42. That may be the one that I bet on. I'm not seeing Oklahoma very well. Just not seeing it. So there's that. All right. Well, it's been a fun show. I love going back and forth, people. I wonder if the Vault in downtown Greenville has retro Fighting Christian t-shirts in stock. I would absolutely rock that. Anyway, that sounds good. Baylorman says Temple is that bad. Maybe Arnold starts the game with 4 INTs again. Who knows? And it's nothing that Oklahoma is going to do. Temple is slop. All right, well, we shall see. Jackpot and I'll be back at it together on Sunday night. Jackpot will be over here tomorrow doing his live stream. Hopefully that game goes well for the Gamecocks. I want Jackpot's remote to make it through game 1 before the Big Blue Nation makes him break 3 of them in game 2. Todd says Clemson 9, Georgia 31. We'll see. We shall see. Tarleton State is 24 hours from being 0-1. Very good. Very good. All right. I appreciate you guys as always. We'll talk to you later on.